All right, guys, today's workout, we have two parts. Part one is going to be a 10-minute EMOM. Minute one, you're going to do 8 hang squat cleans. So Brendan's going to show us, if you have a barbell, what that looks like. Right, so he's going to start at the hips, hinge down, pull himself under the bar. Do one more for me. Notice he's pulling himself up underneath. So you're going to do 8 of those. If we don't have a barbell, then we're going to go, maybe have dumbbells. You can do hang squat cleans with the dumbbells. Same thing, so from the hinge, up, back down. Notice, just hold, when you squat clean and you come up, keep it on your shoulders. Notice these dumbbell heads are resting on his shoulders, right? So if you hold up, he's holding towards the, when he's in the hang, he's holding towards the top. If he shifts his hand and brings it up here, it's gonna wanna pull those dumbbells down so you can grab up towards the top like you had it. It would be the best way to do these. So we'll do one more. Hinge, pull up underneath and stand. All right, if we're not doing hang squat cleans, we can slow this down and we can go curl to squat, stand, back down, curl to squat, stand. All right, if we don't have 2 dumbbells, we have 1 or some type of object, we can curl, squat, and stand. What we're going to ask you to do though is when you curl, whichever one it is, in this we want to get those elbows up as high as possible, and we want to force those elbows up for that squat. All right, so those are your options for the first minute one, or the minute one portion of your EMOM. So 8 squat cleans or 8 curl to press. Minute 2 is going to be shoulder to overhead. So if we have a barbell, we can go strict press, bring it back down. All right, he's going to do 10 of these, or we can do push press. He's going to dip it with his knees, drive through the legs and hips, nice and aggressive. All right, he's finishing with a strong punch. All right, from the side, dip, drive. Notice his chest is nice and vertical. All right, if you want to go into a push jerk, let's do the barbell push jerk. This would be another shoulder overhead. So he's going to dip, drive, dip, stand, again, dip, drive, dip, and stand. All right, so that's an option. You can do the same thing with the dumbbells if you'd like. We can go strict press, push press, or push jerk. Right, strict press. He'll do push press, right? Or he can go push jerk. There you go. One more time. Okay, so you can do that. If he can also, if he has just one, he can do the same thing with one. Maybe it's a plate that you have. We're just going 10 reps. So you're going to alternate back and forth between the hang squat cleans and the shoulder to overhead for 5 rounds each, and that is part 1.
Yep.
Okay guys, part 2 for today's workout is going to be 100 crisscross floor touches, 50 thrusters with an object, and a 400-meter run. All right, you have a 10-minute cap on this. So let's talk about the crisscross floor touches. You have 100 of these. Brendan's going to show us 2. All right, notice in the bottom position when he touches the ground with both fingertips, he's got a nice flat back as if he was going to deadlift, and then he just stands. All right, he's going to do 2 from the side. All right, again, notice this nice back. He's pushing his hips back, his shins are vertical, and he's touching the ground, and then he stands. All right, couple ways we can modify this is you can modify how low you go. So if Brendan maybe just stop, kind of touch the shins, he'd go down, touch the shins, but the goal here is to keep that nice flat back. So one from the side. Let's say he can't go all the way down, right there would be just fine for a modification. Another thing with this, we'll show one bad rep. All right, so what we're trying to stop is keeping the hips high and just touching the ground. So try your best to do a bad rep maybe from the side. All right, where you're keeping your butt up. Yep, maybe a little bit closer to your toes touching. Right, you see this? We don't want that to happen, okay? You can rest. If that happens, 100 reps is quite a bit of reps, even though it's not loaded. By the time you get the thrusters and you take off on the run, it's not going to be fun, okay? So keep those hips, train good movement patterns. So he's going to do 100 of those, which is going to be very much cardio. It's going to be like doing 200 jumping jacks, all right? From there, he's going to grab, we're going to show a barbell thruster. So he's going to clean it up, and then he's going to go into a front squat, and then finish with a press overhead. Notice he's locked out over top. He's going to do 2 more for me. All right. Keeping his midline nice and tight, okay? What we don't want to see is that barbell finishing out in front of you, so maybe do one that way. So do a good one from the side angle. Right, that's a good one, straight over stack. This would be a bad one. Right, we want to try to pull those shoulders back. If we have shoulder issues and we can go overhead, you could always sub this out for dumbbells. You can rest. Dumbbells are nice because you can kind of put them where you need to. We won't show that, but it'll be very similar to barbell. But if you have a plate, this is another option. So your thruster would look like this. Right, and press up. Again, one more, and press up, okay? That's your thruster. So 100 crisscross floor touches, 50 thrusters, and then your final thing is gonna be a 400-meter run. You're gonna take off on a run, come back in, and it's time, all right? There is a 10-minute cap on this workout.